How's it going, y'all? My name is Aiden Anderson, and this is the Moscow Minutes. I'll be bringing you the latest from the Latah County Commissioner meetings from the week of May 1st, 2022. Some highlights from this week include property tax exemptions, Board of Equalization meetings, meetings with the Facilities, Parks, and Noxious Weeds departments, and a discussion with Texas Ridge Fire Rescue. Let's get into it. Monday began with a run of property tax exemptions, a couple of which were continued from previous weeks of discussion. One exemption applied for by Kappa Phi Alpha Phi Delta Theta was denied on the basis of ownership concerns, and the commissioners recommended that they pursue an appeal to the Board of Equalization if they wanted to continue the conversation. Following that, the commissioners had a series of action items that I'll go through quickly. The commissioners signed off on an alcoholic catering permit for the Viola Community Center for an event hosted by TAPT of Moscow. They approved signatures on an Idaho Certificate of Title for a 2018 Subaru, a county vehicle which got totaled over the weekend when it got hit by deer. They approved the chair's signature on a memorandum regarding COVID-19 leave, which removes the distinction between COVID-19 sick leave and regular sick leave as regards the county's payroll system and how that's organized. They also signed a USDA Forest Service agreement and terminated an H&H agreement before going into a couple executive sessions for personnel annual review, attorney-client communication, an acquisition interest in real property, personnel issue, and a second personnel annual review. The commissioners then convened as a Board of Equalization in order to continue a couple of property tax appeal discussions with the Zion Lutheran Church of Deary and Root Forest LLC. These denials had to do with missing financial information and exemption qualification issues, respectively. So, during this discussion, the commissioners met with both entities, and at the end of it, they moved to approve the property tax exemptions for both entities. So originally, both of those exemptions were denied, and then after going through the appeal process via the Board of Equalization, both of these exemptions are now approved. Lastly, on Monday, the commissioners approved a few replat and rezone requests on properties within the county, some of which are looking at getting developed, and some of which are getting their lots restructured. Wednesday began with a Waterways fund request. As we mentioned last week, Latah County uses some of its income from boat registrations to fund boat-related infrastructure in counties where Latah County residents use their boats, since Latah County itself doesn't really have any place to use them. In this case, the request was for $8,165 for construction on a dockstream boat ramp in Lewis County. The commissioners granted $6,165 on this request, as that is how much money is actually remaining in the budget for this fund at the moment. But as boat registrations come in, they hope to be able to provide the remaining $2,000 as well. After the commissioners had conducted their weekly review, where they each update the other commissioners on what they have personally been up to this past week, they had their bi-monthly meetings with the heads of the Facilities and Parks departments, speaking on future county construction projects and park maintenance. They then went into executive session to conduct a personnel annual review. Once that was done, the commissioners again convened as a Board of Equalization in order to discuss a property tax denial appeal with the Elmore United Methodist Church. The issue here regarded a complication with the deeds of ownership for the property, which the church was unable to produce. But given the history of the building and its owners in this particular case, the commissioners decided to actually approve the property tax exemption for the church. Following this, the commissioners held an executive session to discuss a personnel issue before going into a meeting to receive a quick update from the Noxious Weeds department. Lastly, on Wednesday, the commissioners met with Texas Ridge Fire Rescue, an upcoming nonprofit located in Kendrick. They have been working on providing fire suppression service in an area not currently covered by any of the county's fire districts, and are now looking to get further connected with the county's systems. Specifically, they're looking to get connected with the county's dispatch service for their emergency response teams in order to better conduct logistics and operations in the event of an emergency. After this discussion, the commissioners decided on getting some sort of agreement drafted by their legal team such that they could pass it along to the Latah County Sheriff and begin making arrangements between themselves and Texas Ridge Fire Rescue. After that, the commissioners went off the record for the day. And that is the latest from the Latah County Commissioners. As always, we'll have the relevant links posted with this video, and if you have any questions, let us know. This is Aiden Anderson with the Moscow Minutes. See you next time.